Hello everyone, I'm JG. Welcome back to MusicForever, where today I'm going to be reviewing the new album from Suffocation, Of the Dark Light. Suffocation are one of the most important bands in the whole, technical death metal, brutal death metal sort of subgenres. Now, of course, their albums that preceded this one, some of their classic albums, kind of set up the formula for that type of sound with, the high technical ability that was portrayed, the deep growls and all that kind of stuff that would become staples in the death metal genre, at least for those subgenres that I was talking about earlier. And so, they're a well-established band at this point, and with this new album, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to be getting, and, they delivered a good album here. Of the Dark Light as a whole doesn't exactly change up too much from the typical Suffocation formula that we've been seeing on the previous albums, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing when it's pulled off well like it is here. There's no moments where it really sounds stale. It just sounds like they're doing their thing, but the production is, a bit more modern. It makes sense, really. The album maintains a lot of the aspects that make, Suffocation. You have those deep growls, as I said before, the high technical ability in the instruments, those really fast drums, the breakdowns, and the slam riffs, all that kind of stuff that were kind of, typical Suffocation attributes, but they're done here, again, in an interesting way. Not exactly a super new way, but, it's still acceptable. Now, this album is the first to feature a new drummer and rhythm guitarist, I believe, so the fact that they managed to, maintain their sound despite these lineup changes is a pretty good thing. They managed to sound, like Suffocation. It doesn't sound like they've become a completely new band through these lineup alterations. The new drummer sounds great. He's really fast, manages to keep up with the rest of the band well, and the rhythm guitars, along with the lead guitars, sound fantastic. As I mentioned before, the riffs are great, breakdowns are cool, and the guitar solos are also really nice. Right from the first track, Clarity Through Deprivation, it starts off right off. There's no long, winding intro or anything like that. It just starts right up with the heaviness, the brutality that you would come to expect from Suffocation. And it's great. This opening track provides a lot of, what you're going to be seeing here on this album, a lot of those attributes I was talking about earlier that kind of make Suffocation Suffocation. The heavy riffs, the vocals, the breakdown material, all the great guitar solos also thrown in there. It has all those attributes that are, fantastic on this project. It's a great opening song because it gives you a taste of a lot of what you're going to be getting here on this project. And it kind of, tells you, hey, this is going to be a brutal, great album. All the songs that follow don't exactly change stuff up in a really drastic way. However, they are, as I said before, they're able to maintain that typical Suffocation formula in a very interesting way. And the last track here on this project, Epitaph of the Credulous, is actually a re-recorded track that was originally on their second album, and it manages to fit in nicely with the tracks here. It doesn't sound super out of place despite the fact that it was from another album. As I said before, a lot of the tracks should keep up with the Suffocation sound, so it would make sense that this older track would be able to fit in seamlessly with the other tracks that are presented here. It's a nice way to close out the album, and overall, the album, just as a whole, is pretty good. Coming in at only a little bit more than 35 minutes, the album definitely doesn't overstay its welcome. The fact that it is, pretty typical and following the, normal Suffocation formula and just kind of that typical technical death metal formula, that could be a bit redundant at times listening through this project. But if you're a fan of this type of music and Suffocation, chances are you're not really going to be bothered by that all too much because, that's just kind of a typical thing for the genre. But if you are looking for a bit more diversity in your death metal, something a bit more, progressive death metal, a bit more out there and strange, maybe this isn't quite for you, but, as I said before, if you're just a fan of this brutal type of death metal, this is definitely a project you're going to be interested in. Overall, Suffocation are able to deliver here on this project. They bring some great tracks here. As I said before, there's nothing that's super standout or super, original, but it's not exactly a bad thing because everything that is provided here is pretty much consistent in terms of quality throughout the album, and it's going to deliver if you're a fan of technical death metal, brutal death metal, as I mentioned earlier. You're going to really enjoy this project, I think. Overall, I'd recommend this project to you if you're a death metal fan, technical death metal fan, brutal death metal fan, of, just metal fan. Honestly, if you don't like Suffocation, if you don't like technical death metal or anything like that, this album isn't exactly going to change your mind, and if you've been bored with this type of genre, really, this album isn't also going to, make you super interested in it. But then again, that's just personal taste, and this review is just my opinion. Feel free to have your own, however. And before we finish off this review, I just want to remind you to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this review, because we have more album reviews coming up in the future, discussion videos, top 10 lists, track reviews, all kinds of stuff here on the channel. Comment down below what were your thoughts on this project, favorite songs, least favorite songs, anything like that. I'd greatly appreciate seeing it. Thanks for watching again, and stay golden.